Hey world, it's your girl Spicee Ms.Cajun, and you are now tuned into episode 3 of the So Spicee podcast, where we are going to be discussing some of the spiciest topics, from the Jussie Smollett ass whooping or not ass whooping, from the Monique runs down on Steve Harvey, to Dame Dash's apology. Was it sincere? Was it real? Was it fake? Was it meant to be? And some more shit. So go ahead and tune in to the So Spicee podcast. You already know. So, opening up, with that being said, we're going to open up right now, and we're going to start talking about the Jussie Smollett ass whooping. I needed that whole like sound effect in the background. That's how I felt. But so we have new allegations in the case of the So Spicee show podcast rundown with the Jussie Smollett ass whooping. And I don't want to just keep saying the Jussie Smollett ass whooping, because from what I'm hearing now is that the ass whooping might not have been real. Okay? I want y'all to tune in out there in So Spicee podcast world, and I want y'all to drop your comments and let me know how y'all feel. I want y'all to go to the I'm So Spicee page, drop your comments and your DMs and let me know how y'all feel about this situation. But getting back to you on that, here's my input, because I wasn't there. I simply was not there. However, allegedly, we're getting more, information now as the time goes on, that the Jussie Smollett, the character Empire's Jussie Smollett has been allegedly indicted by the police department on false allegations and false charges. Of him being attacked. And my thing is, I don't want to sit down and say he got indicted by the cops, so he did it. Because a lot of people know, hey, sometimes the cops will lock your ass up and they will indict you and you ain't have to do shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't have to do shit. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the proof here is just so much going on, and it's just so much out there that leads me to believe that maybe, just maybe, this man is lying. It seems like nowadays, nobody's on his side. I wanted to jump. At first, I jumped over there. I jumped on his side. I said, damn, a gay man, from a hit television show out there in a whole other city, being attacked, like literally, like beat, bruises and everything. But then as the story progressed and we dug deeper at the So Spicee podcast, courtesy of my known sources, my known and unknown sources, we came to find out that the man that jumped into this man's situation and whooped this man's ass was one of his ex-boo things. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't know if any of y'all out there has ever seen a gay man fight, but I used to have, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to murder shit. I'm going to talk about it. I used to have two gay men roommates, like when I was like 19, because I know I had moved out on my own or whatever when I was 19 and shit. Got my own, little spot or whatever, trying to be independent. I was an independent stripper. I was out there. I was like, fuck that, I'm getting this money, I'm getting this bag. I'm leaving foster care. I'm leaving my little group home. But, I was a little cheap bitch because I was still getting my foster care checks. Like, hey, listen, check this out. I left, but I didn't leave. You know what I'm saying? But I moved. I got myself into a little room and shit. And my roommates on the other side was two gay boys. Now, when these Negroes fought, I seen, like, straight couples fight. I seen like straight couples fight and shit. Like, I saw that growing up and shit. But when they fought, dumb niggas would get, they used to fight like they was trying to kill. Gay people fight one another bad. Like, this shit is not, they don't just be like, this nigga, they used to fight. And they was in love. They said they was good for like, they was together for like 10 years or some shit. You would have thought they just started dating a month ago and it's just bad blood. Matter of fact, you would have thought that they was like some enemies in the street. You would have thought that they was like, they had just met and like one was blood, crip, and they died, whatever. I don't give a fuck. and these niggas disrespect the gang colors or something, because that's how they was fighting. These niggas, when I tell you, one used to get the other one on the floor, he used to take his Timberland boot and just step on this nigga face, like, step on this nigga face with the Timberland, with the tree print, constructs. Like, and I'm like, yo, damn, did this nigga just really step on him? In the beginning, like, I moved in first. I was the first roommate, and then this other girl moved in, and then, like, they moved in, and then it was, like, one more roommate, because it was, like, 5 rooms upstairs, whatever. They was, like, a big-ass house. So, at first, when they first used to fight, you know, and they, like, used to get into it, the first fight or two, I was like, oh, no, because they were so nice. They knew how to cook, and, you know, me as a dancer, certain times I just didn't really cook, you know what I'm saying? I was on my stripper hoe shit. I wasn't cooking. I was, like, getting my money, you feel what I'm saying? I was shaking my pussy, getting my money. And I was coming home 4 o'clock. You know, New York, strip clubs, they close like 4 in the morning. Come home like 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, roll up, regular shit, have some fast food or some shit. Because I was one of them strippers that was like, oh, no, no, no. I will not be getting skinny in this motherfucker. I'm dancing 5-6 nights a week. And I'm sitting here like, not just shaking this weight off and that's it. So, in my mind, I would have to come home and either eat or have some, you know, fast food or whatever. But these 2 gay niggas, they had like full meals. They was like, we cooked some red mashed potatoes and steak and some peas for you tonight. I was like, oh shit, I love having them as roommates. So I felt for them when they fought. So once they started like getting into it for the first fight, I ran in there. I was like, oh shit. It wasn't a basement. Don't shit on me. It wasn't a basement apartment. It was a top floor apartment actually. And I would, you know, the first fight I went, I jumped in, I was like, no, don't fight. No, stop fighting. Like, you know, but they was throwing these explosive blows so hard, like knocking one another's heads off. I was like, damn, that's how they fight. And then, like, the next morning, not even like an hour later, they'll be right there hugged up. I love him. Bitch, I love him. He's my man. This is my nigga. I love him. It's my husband. I'm like, oh. Then after like the second time of that shit happening, I ain't never jump in any fights. No motherfucking more. I tell you that. I seen them fight and I say, yo, the next time, the most I would do when they would fight, I would run to the hallway because they start fighting outside the room. Like they be in a room fighting, like boom, 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 boom. You hear shit. The next thing you know, boom, 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 boom. They in the hallway fighting. So once they hit the hallway, I would run to the hallway and be looking like, just stop. Hey, just stop. So I will say that gay men, when they fight, they shit is for real. They really fight hard. They will punch your fucking face off, bro. And so my thing is, Jussie Smollett, if you're out there, like, because people are saying, like, what type of psycho are you? People are like, yo, like, what is you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people answer that question, like, is you really that, like, is you really crazy? Like, is you really, you know, disturbed to make up a story like that? Like, are you really like what's in your mind? Like, you really that angry? Like, I mean, I really literally have people, I hear people on CNN calling this man crazy, psycho. And I'm like, I mean, with all the stuff that we got going on, not even as gays, but just as colored people, period. Out of all the stuff that we got going on, and all these different movements that we looking for people to back us with, you know what I'm saying? And we still trying to get back in with so many different movements as just a union. And it's like, as a culture, it's like, why would you falsify something that serious? Like, my thing is, you know, like, I wasn't there, so I can't sit there and say, yo, he lying or he not lying. But I'm just saying, if you are lying, you need your motherfucking ass whooped. You need your ass whooped if you are lying, because the thing is, why would you do that? Because, like, you fuck it up for all black people. You fuck it up for all people that got real hate crimes on them, like, that they fighting about. You really fuck it up for them, because it's like, the boy who cried wolf, the sky's falling. Like, nobody wants to, like, sit there and entertain a culture that is known for doing this type of shit. So if you are the type of person that you did that for whatever the reason it was, that you didn't want them to know that you was with this man, relationship, intimate-wise, or maybe, from what I heard a rumor, I don't know how true it is, because we're going to dig deeper on the So Spicee podcast and find out how true it is at some point, but I'm going to touch bases on it right now. I heard that Jussie Smollett was facing being put off of the Empire show. The Empire star, Jussie Smollett, was facing being put off the show because he was having some type of complications with Lee Daniels or whoever, and which I really see that happening, because like gay men, they don't really, when they friends and tight like that, they don't really do shit like that. It's kind of tacky. Like, we was brothers, we both gay. He's gay, Lee's gay. Let's be real. I don't knock them for that. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I don't see Lee being that type of person that will be like, damn, you made me so much money. Now, fuck it, I don't need you no more because we argue because this happened, because I can't really see us getting nowhere at this point, so you off the show. Such a big star, such a big asset. I don't really see that happening, but the rumors are going around saying that he was about to get put off the show. So the thing is, hey, y'all be the judge of it. Y'all let me know. Drop it in my comment section and let me know. Because I'm still stuck on, hey, it could have happened. He could have been saying, hey, I probably am about to get kicked off this fucking show. So you know what? Maybe what I need to do is cause some type of, thing to make myself hot again. Like how bitches do in Hollywood with the pregnancy scares. Every 2 months, Nicki Minaj pregnant, then she not pregnant. Every 3 months, Beyonce pregnant, then she not. Maybe it's one of those things. I don't know. But my thing is, if I could say anything to Jussie Smollett right now, it would be, do it for the culture. If it's something that's not real, let's not make it real. I don't give a fuck if you had to say, I don't even remember what happened because I was so drunk. Like, I'm here to actually admit that. And the only part is I was ashamed to say that I was that intoxicated. But I was, and I really don't remember, and I don't want to put anything on somebody that it really wasn't. Yes, I did know him, but whatever it is, but don't have our culture in that state where we're looking or being looked at as people that want to make up stuff for attention that serious to actually fake a hate crime, because it's not okay. You know what I'm saying? And for everybody out there that has experienced hate crimes, my heart goes out to you, because that bullying shit is not a joke. The bullying shit out here in the world exists, okay? And once we as a people get to the point where we realize that and we try to, excuse me, y'all, we try to strengthen ourselves as a whole to get to a point where we're like, hey, you know what? What can we do to strengthen ourselves as a whole on a topic with that, with bullying, period, where we uplift one another? You got people out here, I noticed, I will see a black man, and I'm not trying to like talk in a bad kind of way, but you'll see a black man that will uplift Sarah J. He'll go to a porn star's page like Sarah J. and uplifts her and be like, oh, you feeling good? Her phone will be fucked up. And she'll be like, oh my God, bear with me, my phone's fucked up. And instead of them bullying her, they'll be like, you need a new phone? What? Next thing you know, by the time that bitch get off her live, that bitch got a cash app for $1,000 for a new iPhone X. Okay? They gonna uplift that. And I just feel as though, not saying that that's what happens all the time, but mostly yes. And I feel as though, as like a culture period, we gotta start uplifting our women, our men, our entertainers. And I don't mean just black. I mean the culture, period. The culture is not just black. Please don't think that this is where I'm coming from or this is what I'm saying. The culture is black. The culture is Spanish. The culture is Korean. The culture is Asian. The culture is white. The culture is a melting pot. Exactly. The culture is a melting pot of universalness that makes up hip-hop greatness, down to our women, to our music, to our clothes, to our languages. And this is something that we have to focus on as a whole, of uplifting, because once we uplift that, then we uplifting one another, and we uplifted a lot. and we can actually say that we're going somewhere with that. So please stop with the bullying, y'all. And if you out there making false allegations about hate crimes, stop with that too. You know what I'm saying? Because we got enough shit out here making us look bad. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I want y'all to take a second to focus, okay? Take a second to be positive. Take a second to focus on the culture. Take a second to focus on our people as a whole. And take a second to uplift your nearest person next to you. Whether it's black, white, Spanish, Chinese, Korean. Because I went to an Asian person house last week and seen roaches. So shit, they black too now. Anyway, we gonna laugh that off. But like I was saying, y'all, I'm Spicee Ms.Cajun. This is the So Spicee podcast, and we be right back. Hey world, it's your girl Spicee Ms.Cajun, and I am back with another segment of the So Spicee podcast. First and foremost, let's not forget, before we go another inch, to thank our sponsors for the night, the BX Young Highs, at BX Young Highs, our sponsors for the night show. And we just gonna get right into it. Apologies. Are they real? Are they sincere? Do they mean a lot in entertainment? Or people just saying shit just to say shit? Because I don't know. So we just gonna jump right into it. So one of the main topics tonight that we were really eager to get into was the Monique versus Steve Harvey situation. Or shall I call it, as I like to say, the Monique versus Steve Harvey rundown. Because she ran down on his head, okay? Fuck twice, a few times, okay? And I'm here to touch bases on it because it has a lot to do with feminism and equality in entertainment. And is it a case of that or not? I mean, you be the judge. So you have here a elite female entertainer, talented individual, Oscar award-winning, Grammy nominee, and some more stuff as a female, a powerful, powerhouse female entertainer and entertainment. And Monique, this is who we, are addressing tonight, Miss Monique. And then you have people, Monique versus the big heads. People like Lee Daniels, Monique versus Lee Daniels, Monique versus Oprah Winfrey, Monique versus a number of other very powerful individuals in entertainment. I forgot about that. Tyler Perry. And the thing is it okay? Was she right as far as what she was saying? Do you guys feel as though she was dealt with prejudice? Do you feel as though this was something that was over dramatically dramatized? Do you guys feel like this was something that she was dead on about and that people just want to silence her about? Was she blackballed? Do you guys feel as though she was blackballed? So we're just going to get right into that. So my take on the whole situation, the So Spicee podcast take. Well, here's the thing. I feel as though when you're a female in entertainment, it's always a disadvantage. Why? Because this is a game that I believe was a male-created game. It's a very male-dominant orientated environment. And the thing is, as a woman, when you can conquer that and come in as a female and actually do something or make it happen or make it at least seem to get to a point basically where you're winning, you're doing your thing in entertainment, you're winning, you got Oscar awards and things of that nature. As Monique, should you have the right to be able to negotiate your contracts, your numbers, things of that nature? Is it okay for you to come and demand certain numbers because of your past history of what you've done versus what you're doing? Is that relevant? Is your relevancy from your past going to determine your net worth and your future or your present? So my thing is, hell yeah. If I got an Oscar 20 years ago, I'm going to still be trying to get the biggest check. Why? Because it's an Oscar. Shit. I mean, a lot of people didn't get that. A lot of women is never going to get an Oscar. And I would probably be like negotiating that type of stuff too. But I want to take a minute to touch bases on what the brother Steve Harvey was saying which is there's a way to do everything. There's a way to communicate yourself and to articulate yourself properly, especially if you feel as though you've been being dealt with prejudice. If you feel as though, you know, you guys are not treating me fair. I'm not going to lay down and do this. And then I seen another situation where someone else touched bases on it. Remy Ma, she said something that made a lot of sense. She said, instead of her, there's other ways to go around it. Instead of her saying, you know what, this is not the number that I'm looking for, but I'm going to take it and I'm going to bust my ass and I'm going to work my ass off and I'm going to put the best work ethics, I'm going to put the best work ethics into this job and show them what I can do. I'm going to show them how many units I can move. I'm going to show them how many shows I can sell out. And then I'm going to do that. And then when I do that, that's my comeback. And when my comeback is there, then I'm going to go back when the next people come. And then I'm going to raise I'm going to take the price and put that shit up. Like, yeah, then I'm going to do that. I mean, I would have. A lot of other females in entertainment would have, because simply every female has their own strategic way of coming up. You know, some people are resilient and they're like, I'm not taking this shit laying down. I don't want it. If you're not giving me it, don't give me anything. But that is not how you eat. That is not, in my book, that is not how you survive. Me personally, I would have been honored to work with people like Tyler Perry or Lee Daniels, or of course, even Oprah Winfrey. They're big players in this shit. And Lee Daniels addressed it as playing ball. This is his quotations, quote unquote, from Lee Daniels himself. She didn't know how to play ball. So with that being said, in an analytical way, it had me like, play ball. Thought about that. And I said to myself, maybe she didn't. Shit. Maybe she didn't know how to play ball. You know, because I would have said, you know what, we're going to work this out. We're going to figure it out. But it was just one of those things where it couldn't have been, because it was like, yo, I did this such and such years ago. I did that such and such years ago. I did this such and such years ago. I just did this show at 2 clubs where I got standing ovations and the whole house, I brought the house down. But the thing is, that's not what matters here. You being able to go, Monique, if I could say anything to Monique, and I would really hope that, you know, she's listening from a young sister right now, coming to, you know, an older sister right now. Like, if I could say anything to her, I would say there is a better way of doing it versus you going on stage and saying, yo, Oprah, Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, suck my dick. That's not going to get you nowhere. Because there's a lot of people out there that are pro Tyler Perry. Very, very, very much pro Oprah Winfrey, pro Tyler Perry, pro Lee Daniels. So the thing is, when you say suck my dick to them, you say suck my dick to their audience. You say you say suck my dick to their followers. You say suck my dick to their fan base. And guess what? Half of their fan base and audience and followers could damn sure as well be yours too. And maybe they might not have liked how you went about that. And they don't want to represent you anymore as a fan base, because they feel that maybe you're so drastic and you're so sporadically hot-headed. Publicly, this is how you're going to represent them. They can't be any more part of the Mo Nation or of the Mo Gang or whatever it is that you call your followers and stuff. A lot of people, they can't do that no more, because they don't see themselves being self-represented like by somebody, entertainer, artist, whoever, that's going to come out and say, hey, suck my dick. No. I mean, me personally, I personally would have not, went about it that way. But it's a lot of other people that wouldn't have went about it that way either. And I'm going to take a second I know this is crazy right now, but I'm going to take a second to jump on her side of the fence as well, because when she said it on stage at a comedy event. And when she said it at a comedy event, she said that she was in her craft. And guys, you have to understand this. When you're in your craft as a especially a stand-up comedian, you're going to say a lot of disrespectful shit on stage. You just are, because it's just what you're doing. You in the heat of the moment, you doing your shit. That's what you do. So I feel as though, you know, in a way, they should have kind of respected her shit and said, yeah, she on stage just doing comedy. How many motherfuckers Martin Lawrence done told to kiss his ass and suck his dick? And the thing is, it's like, it's two-sided. It becomes, you know, a male versus female type of thing. You know, it's a lot of people, especially men in entertainment, that have said things like that have came out and literally, you know, was like, yo, fuck that nigga. Yo, fuck this nigga. I've seen comedy shows where I've seen Martin Lawrence, Chris Rock, D.L. Hughley come out and tell a president at the time, you could kiss my motherfucking ass. The president is bigger than Tyler Perry, but they're not blackballed. And it's something you gotta look at. It goes back to, it's different. Is it a double standard for men and women in the entertainment industry? You guys, I want y'all to drop y'all comments below and let me know what y'all think about that particular topic. And the thing is, get into another part of the story. When she actually did apologize, it wasn't a big apology. It was, to me, I felt as though she was apologizing via Steve Harvey, the Steve Show, by saying, you know what, Steve, maybe I could have, maybe I could have went about that differently. Maybe I could have not said suck my dick, but it was my art. So it's like, were you apologizing but then contradicting yourself by saying but? Because you know what they say, everything after but is bullshit. Okay, so, I mean, you be the judge. Was it a sincere apology? Was it something that she just felt like she wanted to say because Steve is her nigga that don't get no bigger and she just want to let him know, you know, I fucks with you, you know, kings of comedy, queens of comedy type shit. You know, we got that connection. But I felt as though that was a great angle publicly for her to go and speak and, you know, express herself on the Steve Show, because Steve is very universal and he can kind of get that out of people because he is the type of dude that he gets along. He's, you know, likable through all type of audiences, black audiences, white audiences, foreign, whatever. You know, this is Steve Harvey. So I'm happy that, you know, they did make some sort of attempt to touch bases on that and try to patch that up. But then I see the other interview with her and Charlemagne. And Charlemagne also touched bases on it as well and was like, she got donkey of the day. And I want to say one thing to her too as well. I want to congratulate her for how well she stood up for herself in that Breakfast Club interview by coming there and saying like, yo, what? Tell me why. What is your research? And you know, and the thing that really got me a little bit uneasy with Charlemagne, with Leonard, she kept calling him Leonard, his first name. What got me a little uneasy with him was that he actually admitted, because she called him in a lie. She said, you said that I did or said this whatever inside my statement, but at the same token, what was my initial offer? He was like, I don't know, I didn't read the whole thing. So my thing is, it goes back to that too as well. Before you sit down and you give somebody donkey to day about something, you have to be able to say you read everything, you know it all. You have to have your facts right before you do that. And it's like, it was kind of a little bit of smack in the face to another black woman because you didn't even read everything, Charlemagne. Wow. Okay? He probably owe her apology, but you know what? She ain't gonna get it because he's just that type of person. He's not gonna get it. And I'm waiting for the day he called me up on his show, okay, because he's just gonna get the same old Spicee. Charlemagne, you get donkey of the day on my show. you got donkey of the day on the So Spicee podcast, Charlemagne the God, Leonard, because you over here giving people donkey of the day that you didn't even read the whole shit about. It's just all a matter of black and white. Read, baby, read. You got 2 books out. Read everything and then state your claim. Because you out here making us look bad. Because when that grown-ass lady that could have been your mother said that you disrespected her and she felt disrespected and she got up and walked off your show, I know deep down, I seen it in your heart. She took a piece of your heart when she said, she took a piece of your heart, she ate it. Because right then and there, you was wrong. And one thing you can't be is wrong and strong. So you owe her apology. Monique, I'm not too sure if your apology was real or if you was just like talking it because you was talking to your brother. You feel what I'm saying? And speaking of unsincere apologies, let's get into this other apology this week that we just, was seeing all up and down our timelines. And that's the Dame Dash apology to his fellow co-workers, Jay-Z, with Steve Stout, Biggs, a couple of other people. Who else? Who else?
Leo Cohen, Jim Jones.
I can't pronounce his name Cohen for shit, man. Leo Cohen, Jim Jones. He said, these was my friends.
What he said?
He said, I miss y'all. I miss hanging out with y'all. I miss chilling with y'all. I miss getting money with y'all. I miss y'all. He didn't say that literal, but he said it in a sense where you felt it. That's what he was saying. Because the thing is, like they say, you could never miss money that you never got, okay? Like if you was getting that first place money all this time and then now somebody come, that second that's looking like they about to race up there and be first and you about to take that second seat, them first place checks is going to turn into second place checks, and everybody knows second place checks is smaller than first place checks, okay? And that's something that Nicki and Cardi going through right now too, but I ain't going to talk about that, okay? Not just yet. But the apologies with Dame Dash, like what y'all think? Do y'all think it was real? Y'all think it was fake? Y'all think it was staged? Do y'all think that, this is just something where he's like, yo, I'm starving out here. My money ain't right. I need to get cool back with these niggas, because when I was cool with these niggas, I was living it up. I had my own Dame Dash dance to the bottles on the boats and yachts and shit. So maybe, just maybe, I need to go back to a place where, I'm touching that type of paper again. And this was the circle that I was in when I was touching that type of paper. I'm not sure, but it kind of does seem like it could be something like that. Or this man genuinely just miss his friends. But I'm going to go ahead to say it ain't that much goddamn friendships in the world, okay? When it's about your bread, it's about your bread. And that's a grown-ass man from Harlem. And if I don't know nothing about men, grown-ass, fly-ass men from Harlem, they don't give a fuck about friendships. Like, they cool when they cool. Like, all right, if it's Big L, cool. Yeah, Big L is different. Like, rest in peace, Big L. Like, but other than that, like, this day and age, like, even Cam, he responded, and he was like, what? Like, fuck out of here. Look where I'm at, nigga. Look at my post. He had the post. He was on top of the mountain. He was doing his thing. Like, I'm on top, basically. That's what I transitioned it to. Like, he was saying, like, I'm on top. Care about this shit? Like, okay, and like, what's your apology for? Like, be who you are. Like, so what if Jim don't want to be cool with you? Because guess what? Sometimes Jim don't want to be cool with me either. And guess what? I know Jim. I'm going to laugh it off a little bit because I know Jim. Jim gave me my first opportunity. Jim and his wife and his mom, they gave me my first opportunity at being a video vixen girl when I first started my entertainment industry career out as a video vixen. I started out as a makeup artist, and then I started K Slay. I was doing the makeup for K Slay and them, and the next thing you know, Slay and Sub-Zero and the lady was like, no, your butt too big, girl. You look good. You gotta come be in the video too. And I was like, really? You sure? Then the checks started coming in to do it, so I jumped in it. But the thing is, I know Jim personally, and I know that Jim is just, I don't want to use the word moody. He's an older dude. Like, Jim don't even like being up under the same niggas for too long. Like, Jim like money. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's nothing really probably personal to Dame. And I feel as though even if they was to get back cool again and get close again, they still wouldn't be hanging out like that, because Jim got nothing but love for Cam. But you don't see him hanging out with Cam every motherfucking day, and you ain't. So the thing is, you gotta pick and choose your battles. And I feel like, do I feel like that was dumb as hell for Cam to go, for Dame to go and put that whole apology out there? No, I feel as though it was very big of him. And it let them know his true feelings. And I don't know how this whole thing is gonna end, but I wish for him, and for the sake of their friendships, if they were really genuine, for the sake of their friendships, that they could really come to a point where they could mend their friendships and, get back together and possibly make music and do business together or whatever it is, because I don't want to see no more beefs in hip-hop. I'm tired of these beefs in hip-hop. They need to just start going in the ring like with Brona and just doing real fights. Fuck it, because I'm from the hood. But you know what? What do I know, man? I'm your girl, Spicee Ms.Cajun, and you have been watching another episode of the So Spicee podcast. And we out.